What is going on, guys? Snickel here, and today I have another trophy talk for you. This is going to be for the week of March 10th, 2019. I'm a few days late. I apologize for that, but it's been a very busy week, and I've been trying to stream and everything as much as possible, so I really haven't had too much time to really sit down and record this video. But anyway, with all that being said, let's get right into it. So it's been a pretty eventful week for myself, actually a very successful week, I guess you can say. So, starting off at the beginning of the week, I actually sat down and put in about an hour on stream and finished the last mission that I had to do for Dante's Inferno. So, I finally finished up that 100% for Dante's Inferno. So, I'm so happy to finally have that done. So, Dante's Inferno is finally done. Can stop talking about it. Everything is great. I'm glad that it's over. Up next, we have Dead or Alive 5 Last Round. Now, I don't know if I played this prior weeks, but basically Dead or Alive 5 Last Round is the same as Dead or Alive 5 trophy list-wise. You just have to only do 100 matches instead of 1,000, and you only have to do 10 invites instead of like 50 or something like that. So, all I have to do to finish that game up is to do one more trophy that's related. Well, I guess it's two more. There's a trophy related to inviting people. This right here. So you have to send a throwdown and set throwdowns to accept and have a throwdown versus, and then you have to have 10 throwdown versus. Not really sure still how to do that. I'm trying to figure that out, but I would like to get that done this week. Sooner rather than later, because then I'll just finally be done that game, and then I have to go back and finish Dead or Alive 5, but I can talk about a few things relating to that later on in the video if I can remember. Up next, we have Star Wars Battlefront. Now, I had talked about this game probably like a month or so ago, I would say, a few weeks ago, a month ago, something like that. I brought it up that I really wanted to get into this, get the DLC done, at least get the stuff done that's related to having to have a big group of people. So, when I was browsing PSN profiles on like Friday or something, Thursday or Friday, I saw that there was a session for Battlefront. And I was like, it had a decent amount of people. And I was like, well, let me hop in there and see what they're going for. So they ended up going for all the Walker Assault stuff. And then they ended up going for, or the plan was to go for the DLC, the Bespin DLC, because you need like 20 people for that, I think. Or 16. You need a decent amount of people for that DLC. I believe it's 16. Everything else you can do with 4. Well, also Death Star and Rogue One, you need 12 for the game modes. But that's besides the point. They were doing the big things, aka the 16-player stuff and the stuff related to Walker Assault, which required like 20 people or something along those lines. So I kind of hopped in there and I was like, hey, I'm interested. And they're like, sweet, we're going to do it Saturday or Sunday. And I was basically like, I have more people that would probably join if you want me to invite them. And they're like, sure. So everyone came in and it was me and a few other people from the server, and they had a decent amount of people, and we just sat down, and the main thing that we went for over the weekend, which makes me happy because this is the one thing that I knew was going to hold me back from this platinum if I ever wanted to go for this. So the one trophy that held me back from the platinum was the trampling 25 soldiers with the ATST. Now the problem is, this trophy was probably very easy to do when the game first came out. I played it a little bit when it first came out, but I always looked at this trophy and I was like, no, Like, the ATST can be destroyed so quickly if you come across someone that knows what they're doing, and most people know what they're doing, so it's kind of hard to get a trample kill, let alone 25 of them. So, we had a full lobby of like 20-something people, so basically, you got an whoever needed it got an ATST, and then they had everyone just run to him, and you literally got the trophy in like 2 minutes. I was like, wow, this is, why didn't I do this earlier on? So anyway, I got that done, and then the other things that they wanted to do were related to Walker Assault were the, use a tow cable to destroy an AT-AT in Walker Assault, which you can only do on Hoth, or a few of the base game maps. We were doing most of the, Walker Assault stuff on the Bespin DLC because I think it requires less people. So we ended up going into the main game. We had enough people, so we went into the main game Walker Assault to get to use the snow speeders to destroy the AT-ATs. And then the other thing that we went for, which you can do in the Bespin DLC, was the destroying a Y-Wing and Walker Assault. Again, this is stuff that's like really easy, but the problem with this game and what I've noticed is it surprisingly, base game-wise, is pretty dead. I don't know if you guys know how to boost this game, if you've ever heard how to boost it, but essentially when you go into the game, you can actually go into your settings and you can set what region you search for. So you just set it to a weird region like South America or Australia or Asia, something that's not your time zone, because most of the time like they're not going to be playing when you're playing because of time zone differences, or playing legitimately. So you can usually get an open lobby with no one in it and boost this game pretty easily that way. But you might get a random every once in a while, but it's not that big of a deal. But they ended up we got those trophies, but not everyone got the tow cable trophy for the AT-AT. So they were like, okay, well maybe we can go into like an open lobby or something, and we can on North America's server, and we can just do it that way. And they were all like, yeah, well, we could try that. And it didn't really work out for them. So anyone that was in that boost, I know like Almighty was in that boost, Kent, Simon, I don't know if anyone else was in it. Cobra maybe, yes, Cobra was there. If you guys didn't get that trophy, which I don't think you did, all I would suggest to do is just go into Walker Assault on a North America match, wait until the third phase, and then just pick up a snow speeder, and then just fly around in the back, and then when the Y-Wings come in, just swoop in and pull that boy down. It's not that difficult. I thought that this trophy would be way more difficult than it is, but it's actually not that bad. So yeah, so the only other thing that I have to do base game that requires a significant amount of people is the Supremacy game mode, the trophy right under it, Hold the Line, which is to kill 10 enemies while attacking or defending control points in Supremacy. Now, the reason I never got this trophy in the first place was because when I played this game, when I played this game when it came out for fun, I only really played Walker Assault because that was like the most fun game mode you could play in that game. That and like Heroes and Villains or whatever it is, those were pretty fun. But for the most part, I just played Walker Assault. So I never really dove into Supremacy or Fighter Squadron or any of these other things. But luckily, the Supremacy game mode, you're able to find matches. Well, you can find it for Walker Assault as well. You can find legitimate matches. Those are like the two game modes that are the most populated. But everything else in the game, Fighter Squadron, Cargo, Blast, Hero Hunt, Drop Zone, Droid Run, Heroes and Villains, all of those only require 4 people, so very easy to boost. So, and there's only one trophy for each game mode, so, it's not, well, besides Walker Assault, but all the other ones, there's only one trophy for each game mode, so it's pretty easy. The main thing that I want to go for, and I want to work on this week and possibly this weekend a decent amount, is just kind of getting through the DLC and getting like all these gold trophies. So like Outer Rim DLC, you can do the whole DLC with 4 people. Bespin, you can do most of it with 4 people. The problem is I think that shot grenade, you unlock that through a hut contract, which you need to like activate and deactivate so many points in Sabotage or something like that. So easily when we're boosting Sabotage ones, you can easily do the hut contract, no big deal. But yeah, these are pretty easy. You can probably boost these with 4 people for the most part. Most of the stuff, when it relates to hut contracts and just random things, you can boost that with 4 people. XP you can boost with 4 people. You don't need 4 people, or you don't need full lobbies all the time. So my goal would be to kind of get through this, get all that stuff done. They're not boosting well, their plan, the group that I joined, their plan was to do the Bespin DLC next. They were going to do it this weekend, but it turns out that none of them were available, so they're actually going to push it off till the weekend after. So if you are interested, let me know. I can get you in contact. It's just another Discord server you join in there, and then I'm assuming that they will at you when the boost starts. But yeah, it would be nice to get this done. If I can get this game done, then I might actually go play Battlefront 2 like legitimate, and like not worry about boosting and trying to do some of the stupid stuff in that game. But for the most part, this is coming along. I hope to have this platinumed within the next month would be the goal, and 100%. But we'll just have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. I've been enjoying it. I love, even though you probably can't tell by my trophy list or by even if you talk to me, but I absolutely love the Star Wars universe. I just, there's something about it that's just so intriguing to me. I mean, I used to play KOTOR back in the day on the original Xbox. I had the Episode 3 game on the original Xbox. I played Lego Star Wars. episodes 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, and 6. Like, I played the shit out of Star Wars games back in the day, so I really enjoy Star Wars. I love the atmosphere. I love I just love everything about it. The universe, everything. It's just so cool. That's why I'm kind of disappointed that EA got the license for this, for the franchise, and then they haven't done anything with it. Like, even if they put a game out and it was complete garbage, like, at least it's Star Wars, right? Like, they've had, like, what, 3 games that have been gone through like a development phase and they just like get like thrown off to the side more or less. Like, it's a shame because either way, if the game was good or bad, I still would have played it because it's Star Wars. It would have been fun. But like I said, you probably can't tell by my list or if you ever talk to me or anything that I like Star Wars as much as I do, but I really do. I really do. It's an awesome franchise. Up next, we have a huge milestone. Oh my lord, I think I've talked about this game for months now. It's The Last of Us. So this weekend, I talked about it last week that this weekend would be the last week that I would need a boost, and I can confirm that it was the last week that I needed to boost this game. So I ended up, when I started, so we boosted on Saturday again. I was in charge of the boost more or less in survival horror server because everyone else that was coming in was either new or I was the one that was going to finish first. So the way that he kind of runs it is whoever is like finishing up or whatever, they usually become the like leader of the boost, and then he ended up leaving. So I was basically running the boost that night, and there was a bunch of people, but people were leaving and stuff, and I was like, I am getting this done tonight. Like, I have people here, I'm getting this done. So I booted the other PS3 up, got on, and we played through. I think we were playing with 7 people for a decent amount of time, but I started in I think I was in week 9, either late week 9, early week 10. So I literally had to do like 15 or so matches. It was less than 20 matches to get done. So I was like, no, I'm gonna push this through and I'm gonna get this done. So I did finish up my other journey, so that gives me all the multiplayer down here, and that gives me all the DLC done, so I can go back and actually get this platinum. I've wanted to do The Last of Us for a while. Like, I played the game when it first came out, really enjoyed it. Like, it's a great game. It might be something that I play on stream because I do want to do a collectible guide for it, but I think I'm gonna do the collectible guide on the remastered version just because it'll be visually more appealing than doing it on a poopy PS3. But the one thing that I want to know is if anyone has played both of them single player wise, are the collectibles the same for both games, or are they different? Because if they're different, if the remastered one has more collectibles or collectibles are in different locations or anything of that sort, then I'll end up making 2 guides for the game, obviously, because the PS3 one will have different locations than the PS4. That's all I want to know. Do they have different locations or do they not? Because I essentially want to, I do want to make guides for that when it comes down to it at the end of the day. So that's that. Last of Us finally done. Now, one more thing that I want to talk about with Last of Us that kind of came up a few weeks ago because I was just talking about Last of Us. There was a decent amount of people that showed interest in doing Last of Us Remastered, obviously on the PS4. So with that, in regards to that, I did say that I wanted to do that shortly after I did it on the PS3. That's still the goal at the moment. I probably will start organizing something within the next 2 weeks to kind of get through that. So if you are interested, can you let me know in the server, in the Last of Us Remastered chat? I'll probably at everyone at some point and get kind of organize it like I did the PS3 one, except this time we won't have idiots playing with us because I know most of the people that are, or all the people that want to play this game on the Last of Us Remastered, want to boost it, are capable people. So, yeah. Let me know if you're interested in doing the Last of Us Remastered on the PS4. And then again, I'll organize the groups, and then, like I said, I'll probably send an ad out and kind of get a head count for who's interested. And if you haven't joined the server, there is a link down in the description below. You can just join there, and then again, just go to the chat and just say you're interested. If you're watching this video late and we've already boosted it, then I apologize, but if you're watching it live or within the first few weeks that it's out, then definitely let me know. Up next, we have Resident Evil 6. So this is put on the list because Andrew wanted to play this on stream on Friday. We were planning on doing like more or less a drunk stream. Well, we did. It didn't turn out too good. I'm sure people have heard about what happened that night. Very, very unfortunate night when it comes down to stuff that happened, but I believe it's all been mended for the most part. And it was just, that night was was a mistake for the most part. Actually, for the whole part, it was a mistake. But yeah, we played through the first chapter, or the first level of Resident Evil 6, and it was okay. But this is just another game that's going to go on my list and probably not be finished for a while, if ever. I mean, I still want to go back and do Resident Evil 5. I have the gold edition for the game. I want to do everything, but I just I don't know. I want to do Resident Evil 7 as well, but I want to sit down and figure out what I need to do guides for. I'd love to do that game on stream, but kind of want to figure out what I need to do guides for there. So that was just a game that we did on stream. Maybe it'll come back. It'll probably come back sometime on stream pretty soon, but for the most part, I'm not worried about getting through that game or anything of that sort anytime soon. It's literally just there to be there. I forgot to get water, so I'm running out of water. Up next, we have another game that I finished this week. I finished another multiplayer, part of a multiplayer this week, MX vs. ATV Supercross. I was talking about this last week as well. My goal was to get this done. I organized with the one guy, hopped on. We got on, I think, Sunday during the day. Hopped on, played for about maybe an hour or so, and I got my trophy, and then he got his trophy like an hour later. So I'm technically done the multiplayer in MX vs. ATV Supercross. There's one more thing that's kind of related to multiplayer. It's this high miles trophy. That's technically related to multiplayer because you have to drive around in free roam or whatever it's called, free ride, and then you have to apparently it doesn't register or something. So I don't know. This is going to be a platinum that I am going to go for soon because I'm going to go for, there's one more thing I want to do before I go for this platinum in regards to another MX vs. ATV game, which I need to organize with somebody to get it done. But essentially my goal is going to be to do MX vs. ATV Supercross, MX vs. ATV Supercross Encore, and then MX vs. ATV All Out. And then I'll have all the MX vs. ATVs done that I can at the moment, besides Reflex, because, we know these servers for Reflex are down. Unfortunately, Taz and I have been emailing THQ every once in a while, their support, trying to ask, because the servers for that game are up on the PC, so why can't they be up on the PS3? And THQ Nordic has been pretty good with supporting old games and stuff, so it's a possibility that it could come back, but there's a possibility that it might not. But anyway, that's MX vs. ATV Supercross. I'm glad to have got that multiplayer done. That's been one that's been in the backlog for a while, that organizing with someone else, and it's just been a big pain in the ass. Up next, we have the game that is talked about every single week, the Grand Tour. So I did play the Grand Tour this week. We did play the episode 9, I think is what it was. Let's check. Yes, episode 9. So we played episode 9, got all the golds in episode 9, did all the DLC trophies besides one. So on stream, I think it was this week on stream. I get my weeks mixed up, but I did try to go for some of the power-up related trophies and some of these win-related trophies. It's a little bit of a grind, the win ones, because you can't just restart the race. Like, when you end the race, it backs out to the main menu, and you got to go all the way back through the process of getting back into the race. But luckily, it only takes, 10 to 15 seconds to set a race up again once you get good at knowing where stuff's located. But I do kind of want to do these win trophies, even though I know I'm going to get wins as I'm playing through the rest of the episodes. I kind of want to get the win trophies done just to get them done, because essentially when I get this Lord of Metal trophy, which is to gold all season 3, I want to get the platinum as well, and the 100%. So I would like to work through, I would like to get all these win trophies, and then I would also like to get the rest of the power-up related trophies. I don't know how I haven't gotten some of these, like Whippy Slippy and Lead Balloon and stuff, and the Holiday Roads, because I feel like I've used them a decent amount of times, but I don't know. The good thing is when I'm going for the wins, I get 3 power-ups per a win, so I essentially have to do, 200 races. So I have to get 200 wins, and I get 3 power-ups per a win. So that's 600 power-ups that I can get. Now, they're not all stuff that I need. It might give me something that I already have, but it's something, right? It's something. So this might be something that I kind of grind out a few of these wins again, but I was doing it on stream. It was a little boring. I'm not going to lie, I was a little bored. Up next, we have Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So if you've been following this week on stream or anything, I've been playing the absolute shit out of this game. I've been enjoying it a lot. Um, there's nothing else I can say. I've really been enjoying it. I've been enjoying playing through it, and it's been quite a fun time. So essentially what I was doing in the game was my goal for the game was to explore the whole map and just uncover the whole map. So I had fast travel points available whenever I wanted to, and basically I could do whatever I wanted to whenever I wanted to, go wherever I wanted to. So I was doing that. As I was doing that, I was doing some quests here and there, not too much, but I was doing some side quests here and there. I ended up getting like level 50 and doing a lot of other stuff. So once I got level 50, it just opened up a whole new ballpark. I was available let me think about how to phrase this. The DLC stuff was now available to me because I was high enough leveled. So basically all these DLC feats were now available to me because I was high enough leveled. By the way, did these come out today? No. So all these DLC feats were available to me so I could do those. Basically all the base game stuff that I really couldn't do before because I was too low leveled, stuff like getting to the highest mercenary level of doing the arena, stuff like that, all the mythical creatures besides the Sphinx right now, but the 3 other mythical creatures, I could do all that stuff. I was high enough leveled, so basically I went through, did all that, started killing Cult of Cosmos members, and just overall just really enjoying the game. I'm kind of upset because I wanted to make guides for this game for stuff, but when it comes down to it, there's like nothing to really make a guide for because this game literally holds your hand going for this platinum. It's not a hard platinum. It just takes a lot of time, and nothing is tricky about it at all. Everything is upfront, so it's really easy. But I've been enjoying it. I just got access to the Legacy of the First Blade DLC. Like, I progressed far enough in the base game to have access to that, but my goal is for the game, get through the rest of the base game. I have a few more episodes, sequences. I still call them sequences because that's what they are to me, but I still have a few more episodes that I have to do, and then just a few cleanup things, and then I would ideally like to get the DLC done before I get the platinum, just so I can be done with it for now. But we'll have to wait and see because the rest of the DLC feats aren't going to be out by the time I get the platinum. So I'm not going to be able to get 100% when I get the platinum. But I'd like to get as much as possible. But anyway, I've really been enjoying that game. Going to continue to play it this week. Would really like to get the platinum done within the next week or two would be the goal, and just the platinum and the DLC done within the next week or two. That's my goal, but again, we'll see what happens. And then lastly, we have the Division. Why do I have this up here? So again, this is textbook me wait until the last second to do anything. So Division 2 comes out, or it already came out if you pre-ordered the Gold Edition, but the regular edition comes out Friday, okay? And I told myself that I wanted to do the Last Stand DLC before I wanted to do Last Stand and Survival before Division 2 came out. But I heard that Survival is easier to do with 2 people, and it's really not that difficult. It just takes a little bit of time. So I was like, okay, that's no big deal. So I hopped on today because for some reason the past day I've had like the biggest urge to play this game and try to chip away at getting it done. So I came home from work today and I was like, I'm going to hop on Last Stand and see what it's about. Like, I'm going to see how hard this stuff is and everything like that. And the main goal of me hopping on was also to check to see if I could AFK the wins, because essentially the most difficult trophy and the trophy that takes the longest in the game is the winning 50 rounds of Last Stand. You can Last Stand. You can see it right here. Stand taken. So I got on. I played around. We won the round. I was kind of getting a feel for the game. I still don't really fully understand how to do the other trophies. Like, I understand how to capture tactical objectives. I'm doing that when I'm actually playing. I can get like 5 to 10 of those a game if I'm lucky. So that shouldn't take too long. I don't think that'll be too difficult. The objectively good, I'm still kind of confused about, because the one thing that I don't understand, and someone, I should probably ask someone if you're listening and you know this, like leave it in the comments because I would love to really understand it because I tried to read the guide and I don't really understand what the guide's trying to say. So essentially, I understand what fortifications are. Those are the turrets that you can buy with your shade tech. I know what that is. So like objectively good is to capture an objective, build both fortifications, and unlock both perks. Now the part of that I don't understand is the unlock both perks because so I go to the first location because the first location that is closest to your spawn is the only one you can build fortifications on, I believe. I don't know if you can build them on the enemy spawn side, but I know you can build them on your spawn side because I've done it before. So I know you can build those fortifications. There's usually 3 per, or 3 in that area that you can build. So first of all, I'm kind of confused about both fortifications. I don't know if they're talking about like turret and then there's another one, like a different type of fortification. I don't know. So I kind of understand that. So I understand the capture the objective. I kind of understand the fortification, but the part that's getting me is the perks. Because as I'm playing through the game and as I'm doing stuff, I don't see the perks. Like, I see them pop up on the screen or I'll see them say, like, tactical perk inbound in a minute or something. But, like, does it just mean, like, you get the perk? Like, I don't understand really the perk system. Like, basically, can I just get the perk system playing the game, or is there something that's specific that I have to do? Because, like, if I go and I read the guide for this, like, it kind of confuses me, because it's like, it requires you to invest shade tech into tactical boost stations that spawn in the match. Okay, well, I guess that makes more sense. So I just have to figure out where those stations are. Part of my problem was I was looking for the stations at the first area. I don't know if they stay in the first area or if you have to kind of move around to get them. You know what I mean? Like if they just spawn randomly, more or less. It sounds like they spawn like wherever, but I don't know. So those 2 trophies are the only ones that I'm kind of worried about. Back to the winning 50 rounds. So what I did was I won a round tonight. And then I was like, okay, I kind of understand this. Like, this shouldn't be too bad to get these other trophies, like the 50, capping the 50 objectives and stuff. But I was like, the real question is, can I AFK this? So can I leave my PS4 on, like, when I'm sleeping and when I'm at work, and can I get, like, possibly get wins? So the first thing I did was I plugged my turbo controller in. I turboed A, rubber band the sticks together a certain way, and it was letting me AFK. It AFK'd me through the whole round. I got to the end of the round. They ended up winning the round. So I was like, oh, I'm 2 for 2. I won the first round, AFK'd the second round, won the second round. So like I went and like did stuff, laid down, took a nap, came back. I don't know how many I won because I don't know really how to check that. But essentially I was like, wow, I can actually AFK this with a turbo controller. So my goal is over the next like 2 to 3 days, AFK this when I'm at work or when I'm sleeping. And then the goal would be, while I'm at work and sleeping, to hopefully get, like, at max, I would love to get, like, 10 wins, because that would be a total of, like, how many hours would I AFK that? That would be, like, almost, like, 16 hours of AFKing. So if I can get, like, 10 wins there, that would be pretty cool, because I think the matches are 20 minutes long, so you can do 3 matches an hour, so that's, like, you know, that's a decent amount of matches, is what I'm trying to get at. So if I get at least like 5 to 10 wins a day, and then when I play at night, go for the other things like the tactical objectives and the perks and all that, that would be wonderful. That's kind of the goal. Like I said, the survival, I'm not really too worried about. I know that you need people to load into it, but when I was talking with Carlos and he was telling me him and Captain did it, he was like, it's easy to do with 2 people. And you can get it done in like a few days if you just sit down and you play for like 4 or 5 hours a day. And I was like, honestly, say less, because Almighty said that he would help me. He knows like all the spawns and everything. I know Division 2 is coming out. I don't want to take anyone away from a game, but whenever he decides, or whenever he's done with the game, whether he platinums it or whatever he does, if he wants to help me out, then I would greatly appreciate it. The other thing that I have to do is just get rank 40 in the underground. Now, I know I said I wouldn't stream Division, but this is something where it's literally just a grind to get it. I think I'm like almost rank 39. So I literally would probably have to play this for like 3 hours and I would get that trophy. So it's just me playing the game is what it comes down to. And then the last thing that I really would like to do for Division before I like move on, well, once I get the DLC done, I would like to get the Platinum. But the one thing that I would really like to get done is the Dark Zone stuff. So a few months back, you can see in January, I actually went through and did the killing 20 rogue agents. I boosted that with Andrew. And then we were going to do the rest of the Dark Zone stuff, but then that didn't happen. So I would really like to get in there and try to get the rest of the Dark Zone stuff. Most of it looks like pretty easy. I don't know why I haven't really tried to do it. The only thing that looks like it sucks is extracting an item from each of the dark zones, being 1 through 6. So I don't know. I would like to do that. If someone knows an easy way or someone can help me or something like that, I would appreciate it. I would really like to get that done. But I've been playing Odyssey a lot, and then I kind of put it down and I was like, okay, I kind of want to get Division, at least try to get this PvP DLC done just so I can be done with it. So, like I said, if I can AFK Last Stand for the next, even if it's the next week, if I can find matches while I'm sleeping or at work and I can actually get a few wins every day, then that's fine with me. If I can get wins while I'm doing something else and I can make trophy progress while I'm doing something else, I will 100% do that. Trust me, I will 100% do that. I've done that on so many games. It's very useful. I will 100% do that. But yeah, that about knocks out what I've done this week. That's been 30 minutes. That's pretty lengthy. I actually have done a lot this week. I'm pretty, I guess you could say proud of myself for how much I got done. That's pretty stupid, man. It's just games. But no, I did get a lot of stuff done. And I can tell you when I got Dante's Inferno done on Tuesday or whatever last week, basically I recorded my trophy talk last week and then played Dante like 30 minutes after that. And when we beat that level, I was literally on cloud 9. Like I was on a whole nother level of like confidence that I don't even know if you'd call it confidence, just like a whole nother level of like a high that I've never like felt before. It definitely had to be confidence, but I was just like, it was like excitement, relief, like feeling like you're like on top of the world because like we had been trying that shit forever, and like we tried it so we got it in our second try that night. The first try we tried it, we got all the way to the very last round in the very last arena. So we literally played for like 30-40 minutes, got to the last round, and then took a shit. So we came back through and got to the last round, except when we got to the last round this time, we played it super safe the whole time, and we had all of our lives, and we we beat it. So that was pretty cool. So anyway, what do I plan on playing in the upcoming weeks? Or upcoming week, I should say. So obviously, like I said, I do want to try to finish Odyssey within the next week or two. That is the goal. I do want to AFK Division. I'm probably going to prioritize AFKing and playing Division Last Stand until I'm done that. That would be really the goal for that, because I did want to get that done before Division 2 came out, and I'm procrastinating real hard now. So I would really like to just get that done. And like I said, I can come back, like Underground I can come back and do whenever. I would like to just get it done, but I can come back and do it whenever. And then Survival, I can just do that whenever. If Almighty is available in 2 weeks, we can do it then. Or, whenever he's available, we can do it then. But I would like to get both of... I basically would like to get that game done, is what it comes down to. It's a pain in the ass. The game is a pain in the ass. Oh, shoot, I just dropped that. And then... I guess boosting wise, I would really like to finish Dead or Alive 5 last round, and I would also like to finish Dead or Alive 5 as well. That's something that Andrew and I were doing, but we'll just have to wait and see. I'm kind of annoyed. I'm kind of annoyed because I would like to get a game fully done before I move on to the next one, and it can kind of be hard to do with people's schedules and stuff like that. And yeah, like I personally would like to play a game until I'm, at least multiplayer wise, I would like to play it until I'm done it and then move on to the next one. but sometimes that's not what happens, and it kind of sucks. A while ago, I talked about what I wanted to do after I was done Last of Us on the PS3. So the goal for that is I do want to start back up on Uncharted 2 at some point. I don't know when that will be, per se. But yes, I would like to start Uncharted 2 probably next week sometime and start working back through that, because we were working through that and then we stopped, and then the servers had an issue, but then they got fixed. So yeah, I would like to get back to Uncharted 2 sooner rather than later. And then the last thing that I'm probably going to play this week is possibly boosting Star Wars Battlefront either later this week, sometime this weekend. Basically just boosting the general 4-player stuff and HUT contracts. Basically as much as we can boost 4-player wise, I would like to try to do, or at least try to work through, maybe not get it done, but at least try to work through, and then possibly do some level grinding to level 100, because that'll it shouldn't take too long since there's permanent double XP in the game, but I was kind of waiting to put that off until the end, because it seems kind of useless to waste time boosting XP when I'm going to have to play, how many more matches and do so much more stuff to get through the game. So, and I'm going to earn XP doing that. So I might as well just wait until I'm done that other stuff. But yeah, I would like to play that later this week, sometime this weekend, and just get through that game. But that's really all I have planned this week. Another thing that I'm probably going to play, which isn't really related to trophies for me at least, is I'm going to hop back on Dante and help Carlos get through that, since I was originally doing that with him, but then stuff happened, and then I did it with Andrew, but then I'm going to go back and help him get through the rest. We only have a few more to go through. Like, I think we got through more than half of them when him and I were playing first, so we don't have that many more to get through, so it should be fairly easy. So yeah, that's basically that. That's all I've been playing this week. That's all I plan on playing in the upcoming week. I don't really have anything to rant about. Again, I say this every episode because everyone seems to really just want a rant every episode, and I really don't have anything to rant about. I know people want me to rant on a certain person, and like I said, I'm not gonna do that. I guess one thing I can talk about, it's kind of annoying me. It's kind of annoying, man. You might be able to see it right now. Basically, I talked about this last week. What is up with this John Daly's Pro Stroke Golf, man? Last week it was at a 1.7. This week it's at a 1.62. No one's earned the platinum. Why is it going down so much? No one is playing the game. Why is this going down so much? This has one recent player 3 weeks ago. Why is the platinum percentage changing so much? Are they removing cheaters from the leaderboards or something? Are people getting removed from the leaderboards and it's because look, it says 1.62 here, but then up here it says 1.66. What is the true platinum percentage? Can someone explain this to me? It's annoying me. I'm moving this stuff around. Now I gotta remove this down here. Reload this. Oh my god. Just pisses me off. I guess something I can talk about, because people are probably wondering. So I was talking about Resident Evil 6, and I was talking about something happened Friday night that really shouldn't have happened. So I said some things that I shouldn't have said. I was not in the right state of mind, and it was about somebody. I'm not going to say names because I feel like I shouldn't. It was about somebody. Everyone probably knows what happened. But essentially, I talked with said person the other day. Everything seems to be, I would say, okay. We kind of talked things out and talked about why stuff was happening and everything of that sort. And I think we kind of cleared everything up that needed to be cleared up. So I think everything is okay. I hope so, because I honestly, it was something that I should not have said what I said, and I kept thinking to myself if you keep poking the bubble, eventually it's gonna explode, right? And that's kind of what happened with me, is stuff kept being said, stuff kept being done, and eventually it just all got to me. And it's not because said person left the server, left the Discord server. That's not the reason everything happened. It is the reason why was bringing it up in stream, but there was other things that happened that was kind of like tipping everything over the edge, to me at least. So when I talk with the person, like I said, I'm not going to name any names, but when I talk with said person, they told me that they felt the same way that I felt, that I was doing or I did things that were tipping them over the edge. So that's why we kind of just sat down, talked about stuff, and kind of just worked through it, and everything seems to be okay now. So that's good to go. So hopefully everything will be back to normal. I think it will be. I think I talk about this every week, and my biggest complaint that I have is I don't mind boosting multiplayer games. I don't mind boosting at all, really. But my biggest complaint that I have is just that if I'm boosting something or I'm playing something, I want to get it done. I'm sure everyone does. But what I mean by that is I want to get it done before I move on to something else. So I don't want to start a game and get halfway done, and then the next day hop into something else, and then the next day hop into something else, and then the next day hop into something else, and then when we try to go back to a game, or everyone tries to go back to a game, then it's like, oh well, not now, or later, or something like that. Like, I just want to play, get done the multiplayer in a game, and call it a day. And for the most part, I've done that. With a majority of games that I've done. But there's a few games that I really would like to go back to and really like. We can go down the list here. Matter of fact, let's do that. Let's go down the list. We can go through the games that I still have to get back to. Let's go all the way back to like when I started doing this BS. So these are games that I've done the multiplayer, or that I've started doing the multiplayer for, but I haven't gone back. Hold on. Far Cry 2 is always up there. I've been thinking about actually like trying to do that recently. So let's see. So Last of Us Remastered. I played this for probably 2 days and helping a session. I don't even know what journey I'm on. I have no clue. So, but again, this will probably be boosted very shortly just to get it done. These are all done. Most of this stuff is done, like the older stuff. So Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare is something that I want to do. I'm trying to really figure out who wants. I think I have a group of people that want to do it, or at least I would like to think that I have a group of people that want to do it. The best thing to do with that game to boost it is just like during the weekend, like late at night, or even if you can during the week, like really late at night. You can get in open lobbies or free lobbies by yourself. But yeah, I'd like to get back to that sometime soon. These are all done. I've been talking about getting back to Test Drive Unlimited too. I'll have to wait and see. That game is up in the air right now. That's a big, if you guys know anything about it, that's a big pooper. You need like 8 people for one of the trophies in that game, and like no one owns the game, so it's like, it's literally impossible to find people. There's a few trophies in MX vs. ATV All Out that I need to get. I was waiting for certain people to get the game. They never got the game, so I might end up messaging Taz or someone just to help me, because it's like 2 online trophies that take like 10 minutes. It's very easy. We're done all this. Borderlands, I'm technically done the multiplayer, but I want to do the Mad Moxie DLC. So anyone that's interested in doing the Mad Moxie DLC, I can AFK it this weekend. Basically, I set a character up for the Mad Moxie DLC that's like level 1, and I just load in, and then everyone joins on me. And then whoever's in there just one-shots all the enemies. So if you're interested in that, let me know. I would like to get that done sooner rather than later. Don't even get me started on Ghost Recon Future Soldier. That's a pooper. I need to, in Tomb Raider Definitive and Tomb Raider, the PS3 one, I do have to go and I have to get level 60 and buy all character stuff. That's the only thing I have to do in the games. So that might be something that I do on stream, kind of like not AFK, but playing through that. Done. I need to get this platinum. This is a. I just need to play. This reminds me. Let me look something up. I just bought NBA Live 19 because it was on sale for like $2. Oh my lord, that is a low percentage platinum. Holy shit. What is so difficult? Reach legend status in live run hype. Make a game-winning shot with a green release. That is... Yikes. Yikers. I mean, $3. I like the people here, though. You got AI, Vince Carter. That's old Vince Carter. Devin Booker, Shaq. He looked kind of weird. Yeah. Embiid. Anyway, yeah, I should probably go back and try to finish that game. It's not that difficult. It just takes time. Anyway, I'm getting off topic because I'm talking about games I needed a single player for. So these are all done. These are all done. Okay, Enemy Front is something I need to go back to. That was something that we started. We boosted one night, and that was it. I don't know what the fuck happened there. These are all done. I need to do some stuff in Beatles. I did one trophy in Rock Band Beatles. We boosted one day, the 1,000,000 points. That was pretty fun. But I think there's other things that are band related in this game that I have to do, so we'll get to that at some point. These are all done. Done. Same thing as Definitive Edition. I need to do that. So Uncharted 2, we're starting back up. Hopefully within the next week or two, so that'll get back to that. MotoGP 09... 10 and I'll say 10, 11. These are two games that are very they take like 3 hours to do both of them. So I was actually talking with Taz about these, and apparently you don't actually I was informed, or I heard from multiple people that you had to back all the way out to the main menu every race, but it turns out you don't have to do that. So that might be easier than I thought. But yeah, I need to do those two games at some point. Sooner rather than later, just to get them done. Chaotic is a game that needs to be done. I don't even know. I don't even think I'm done. Yeah, I didn't even win 30 ranked battles yet, and I have to win 50. So yeah, I would like to get that done. That's up in the air. There's a few more multiplayer trophies I need to do for Dirt 4. So I did the community events trophies, but there's a few trophies that I have to do Up and Up, and I think Sweaty. These two are online, so I need to do those two. But I'll do those when I go for this Platinum. I'm probably going to go for Dirt 4 Platinum fairly shortly, or fairly soon, because I'd like to do Dirt Rally 2.0 and just get that done. That brings up another game that I have up here, Band Hero. This is a game that I did the multiplayer for, but there's a few songs and challenges to get the, what is it? There's a few songs and challenges that you have to do that require multiple people, so I have to organize that as well. Warhawk. That's a funny one. Dead or Alive 5. It's another game that Andrew and I started, and we haven't gone back to because I don't think he owns it now, because he got it through PS Now. I don't know. Bioshock 2. Something I've been talking about with Taz. We're probably going to do this probably within the next few weeks. A lot of stuff going on. Chivalry, kind of a sore topic for me right now, and probably the person that I game shared to borrow it from. I would like to finish it, but I either need to talk about that with them or find someone else that owns the game. I'm more than halfway done it. I'm probably like 2/3 of the way done the game. So I would like to do it and get it done, but like I said, it's kind of a sore topic right now. Dead or Alive 5 last round I'd like to do, Star Wars Battlefront, and that's probably it. So it's not too many. Like, I could probably count them on my hands and stuff, how many I have to do, but it would be nice to actually just get games fully done before I move on to the next one. Like, Andrew's been talking about doing like all these fighting games like Soul Calibur 5 and these Tekken games and all this, and I don't have a problem doing them, but like with a game like Soul Calibur 5 or anything like that, like I would like to first of all get Dead or Alive done. Dead or Alive 5 and Dead or Alive 5 last round, like I would like to get both of those done. And then possibly Ultimate if we can get it, or if he can get it, because I own it. I'd like to do all those, and then Soul Calibur 5. Like if we start Soul Calibur 5, like I'm gonna play that every night. And that's one of the things that kind of irritates me is like if Andrew and I start a game, then like the next day, like we might not play it the next day because either I don't want to play it or because he doesn't want to play it. One or the other. Most of the times if I don't want to, it's not that I don't want to play it. It's just that like I'm streaming or something and I'd rather not share like a boring ass boost on stream. But yeah, like I would like to just finish it. Like if we're going to start it, don't like play it at night and then put it down and then never come back to it. Like I would like to finish it. So that's one of the things that I'm trying to, well, I've been trying to do for a while, but that I'm really trying to do. So yeah, that's that. Anyway, I don't really have too much else to talk about. We're going on 50 minutes here. Definitely not going to be breaking that hour mark like everyone wants to. Close one, though, right? I almost got you guys. Maybe one day. Maybe one day when I get a lot of stuff done one week or something like that. Maybe I'll break that hour mark. But it ain't going to be this week. But anyway, that's what I've been playing last week. Got a lot of stuff done. This is what I plan on doing in the upcoming week. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like. Down in the description below, you'll find links to basically everything. You'll find links to my Twitter, my Twitch channel, if you want to go follow me over there. Been trying to live stream every day, every other day. I've really been trying to live stream more over there recently. I went from doing it every week, once a week, to twice a week, to almost every day now. So, I've really been enjoying everything that's been going on over there, and I've really been enjoying live streaming. So if you want to go follow me there, I would greatly appreciate it. You'll find links to my Discord server if you want to join that. You'll find a link to some playlists and other videos. So if you want to go watch any of that stuff, I would appreciate it. It does help me out. Like I said, if you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like down in the comments below. Let me know what you guys have been playing, what you plan on playing, any games that you are really looking forward to that are coming out shortly. I know there's a few games coming out that I'm pretty excited for, so I can't wait for them to come out. Yeah, like I said, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. It's my third time saying that. If you've made it this far and you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing for more trophy content like this, and I hope to see you all around sometime soon.